Welcome back to Farming Simulator 2019 with the Rude Man. We are back on Kiwi, and I'm going to continue where we left off. If you remember, in the last episode, I was a little bit confused. And I'm confused because I haven't used any of this equipment, so I don't know exactly what it does and how it works. But I've got it figured out. What we were working on was the diesel, and, we put canola in here. It makes diesel for us. And we can take it out here and store it, or we can take it out here from a rig that needs fuel. So we can refuel from this pump right here. And that's the only thing I was concerned about, was how to get that stuff out. So anyway, we're going to continue on. I'm still broke. I need a bigger tanker though, because that water tank is not big enough. I bring a little bit of water, and I'll be doggoned if it's not enough to fill anything. So, let's see. We got this little bitty one here. I need a bigger one. Where's there it is right there. I need that great big sucker right there. How much is that? 72,000. I've got 79. Oh, my goodness gracious. All right. Do I need a green one? Let's make it yaller. Oh boy, that's bright, isn't it? The design, red and yellow. Okay, and I need a truck to pull it with, but I don't have one. I only have one truck. We're going to continue on. We were working on the potatoes here. I've actually got quite a few potatoes put aside. Let's take a look, see what I got. I only need potatoes for the pigs to eat, so I don't need that many potatoes. I've got 600,000 potatoes already. That doesn't count the potatoes that I put. I put another 3,000 in the mixing station, so I'm going to start selling potatoes so I can get some money back. In the meantime, I need to get some more lime, and that that lime, it's going to take a whole heck of a lot of water. What? It's crazy, man. So I shouldn't complain. I'm getting lime out of water. I can't really complain about it, but it just seems to take forever to get her done. You know what I mean? Is that weeds? I think that's weeds already. Poppies are coming along pretty dang slow, if you ask me. Now, let me see what this is here. This is... I don't know. It all looks the same. Wait a minute. Does it have an icon on it? It does. Okay. So that's fertilizer. That's not lime. So that means that other thing down there is the lime. Now, is it different lime than the lime I'm making from the water? Because it didn't want to pick it up because I had lime in the thing. It picks it up now. Oh wait, it says it's fertilizer. What? It sure does. It says it's fertilizer. What happens if I dump it? Uh-oh. I dumped it. Where did it go? Went out in the field. Went out in the field. Oh gosh, neighbor's gonna be upset with me. Let me grab it. Where's it at? Uh-oh, I saw it. Where did it go? There it is. Let's pick it up and move it. We got to move it, move it. We got to move. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Pick it up. Oh gosh, it's throwing it. Is it because I'm walking too fast? I bet it is. Let me slow my speed boots down to normal and just walk it out. There we go. All right. Now kick it back up to ludicrous speed. So that's all fertilizer. So I'm gonna have to buy lime because I haven't made enough. So I gotta buy some lime, I guess. Oh man, I'm down to $6,000. Holy smokers! That ain't gonna buy no lime for me. I'm gonna go in the hole on this. All right, so I'm gonna have to sell taters here. Oh, I got to do this. God, there's always something on this farm. Okay, so we need to get rid of that course. We're going to come over here to that, and we're going to start recording. And now who got paid? You guys got to stop. I can't afford this. I'm going to go in the hole. I'm going to have to get a second job just to pay my hired workers off. Going bankrupt here. I can't sell crops fast enough. And I haven't... Oh, now who? Oh, just took... Oh, I had to pay for the lime. Cost me almost $5,000 for lime. $4,500 for lime. Oh, boy. I got to make some lime. That's what I need that big water tank for, but I only got one truck. So I'm going to have to borrow the truck. In the meantime, the guy that's doing the potatoes is going to be mad because I'm not emptying his harvester out like I need to be doing. This is not the best way to do this, but this is how I've done it. Just making a big U-ey here. I just have to remember not to leave equipment laying out like I normally do. Oh, silly me. This sounds like an Italian song. Oh, silly me. No, is it Oh, Sole Mia? I can't remember. I'm not Italian. I'd like to be Italian because I like their food, but I'm not. I just, people are predisposed to liking certain things. For some reason, I'm really into Celtic stuff. I really like Celtic stuff. I wonder if I was Celtic in a former life or something. All right, so this is field 4. Okay, so we're going to be doing a save. Field aught 4. Straw to silo. Now, my folders are really a mess. We're going to go back to here. If you look at my folders, I haven't made any file folders, so I got to do that. So let's see. We need harvest and straw, and then drive the course and see if this guy will just do what we need him to do. The last one did. Maybe this one will as well. Okay, we need to get those potatoes because I need money really bad. So okay, we're gonna go sell these potatoes. We're going to market. Put on your Sunday best, kids. You can't say that anymore. I think Sears is out of business, isn't it? No, maybe it's not. I think their big stores are out of business. You used to, put your Sunday best on. Kids were going to Sears. Sears used to be one of the big department stores. What we used to call Monkey Wards was the other one, Montgomery Wards. Back in the day, they were just huge. In the day, they were the Walmarts and the Costcos. But now they're just, they can't compete, I guess. I don't know. Well, see, everything's online now. I don't understand because Sears and Montgomery Ward's used to have these huge catalogs that they sold a lot of stuff from the catalog. You ordered it mail order if you couldn't get to one of their stores, you know. Why couldn't why couldn't they have replaced that with internet and kept in business? They just weren't competitive, I guess. All right, see what we get for these potatoes. Potatoes don't sell very good, but we'll see what we can get out of it. At least we're getting some money out of it. Oh, God, I got that grass to sell, too. I just need to make, say, 83,000. Oh, my goodness. I just need to make enough money to get some equipment bought that I'm now having to lease. This is important equipment. That quicker picker upper, I need that. I need that all the time, and I can't afford to buy it. I've got it leased. The spray rigs I've got leased. I need those for every harvest. Man, I screwed up when I started this map. We went over that in a previous episode too. But I'm not going to cheat money in. I'm going to sell crops. Hopefully I can do it. Okay, now, just in case you didn't watch previous episodes, what happened was, when I started this map, all this production is placeables, and I placed it all down using the money that, when I bought the farm, there was a decent amount of equipment here, but it wasn't the equipment that I like to use. So I sold the equipment, knowing that that would give me money to buy new equipment. But then when I placed all this production down, it used all of that money up. So then I didn't have any money for buying equipment. So I had to start off with the little bit of equipment that I did buy before I placed down the placeables. If that makes any sense. Now, in one episode I said, well, I know somebody's going to tell me, well, just cheat some money in. But I didn't want to do that, so. And believe me, it's not because I haven't ever cheated money in the game before. I have. But generally, it's to start a farm or to buy a farm. And the reason I do that is because, I'm recording. It's not like I'm playing for fun. Well, I am, but what I mean is I have a limited amount of time for each episode. And if I have to wait until I have enough money to buy anything, you're going to be watching me do nothing for months and months on end. So generally, when I start a new farm, I give myself enough money to buy fields and equipment and production and stuff like that, so that I've got a running start. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that. In that, hang on. Did this guy have a course? 5 lime. He did. I didn't think that's wrong because, what? Wait a minute. What happened? I don't think that's particularly wrong because if you were to buy a farm like this, it's a pretty nice farm. It would have equipment, it would have stuff. You know what I mean? This isn't right. This isn't right. What happened? Something's not right here. Okay. I'm just kind of wasting. Okay. Something's not right here. I started on the wrong end for some reason. Oh, there's where I left off, right there. Shoot, I drove right by it, didn't I? Okay, now, there you go. It's kind of funny. Recently we went to the movies to see the End Game, the last Marvel Avengers movie, and so that series is now over. Basically, it's done. Most of the guys are out of contract, so Downey Jr. and Chris Evans, all those guys have fulfilled their contracts. Doubtful whether there'll be more movies or not. It's hard to say. Most of them are overpaid now. Downey Jr. went from like $500,000 for the first episode, the first movie, to like 10, 20 million for the next one. I'm making numbers up, but you got my drift. In other words, when he first started, it wasn't popular, and then it was, and so now they're overpriced themselves. They can't afford to hire him anymore. So, anyway, it's done. But it's been quite some time since I've watched any of the old movies. I own them all. As each movie came out, I would buy it on DVD like everybody does. And it's been a while since I watched them. So now, since I've watched the end, my wife and I decided we'd start watching Marvel movies from the start again and watch them in a particular order. So we've been doing like 1 or 2 movies a night, starting with Captain America movie and the old Hulk movie, and then Iron Man 1, Iron Man 2, and so forth and such as. And I actually have there is a list that you watch these movies in a particular order, and one of the lists also doesn't include just the movies. It also includes the TV shows. So because they've made the Agent Carter series, which I own, and then they've got the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. series, which I do not own. I didn't get into that as much as I did everything else. And then they've got the other ones like Daredevil, the Iron Fist, whatever that is. I haven't watched that. They got that Jones girl. They've got the guy that was in that was indestructible. I can't think of his name. So they got those series that they've also included in that, because I guess during those series, which I didn't watch any of them, during those TV shows, they kind of followed the events that were happening to the Avengers in New York and things like that. So they include them in the list of chronological, watch list. I'm not going that deep into it because, for one, I never watched those things in the first place. And I think I watched either most of the first Daredevil season, but it was kind of, I don't know, it was kind of corny. I didn't watch anymore. And I can't remember what the other one is of the girl, somebody Jones. I didn't watch any of that because it was kind of like R-rated. I don't know. It wasn't my cup of tea. I didn't watch them. The Iron Fist, I guess, was just silly. Never watched it. I don't know that for a fact. I'm just saying that's what I heard. But anyway, we're not doing any of that stuff. We're just doing the original movies. So up through. By the time we get to the end, maybe the End Game will be out on DVD. But they're kind of fun to watch if you haven't seen them for a while. To watch them evolve, the actors, into their characters, and it's kind of like Star Trek, The Next Generation. Well, and Star Trek, the original series too, but Star Trek's The Next Generation was my favorite. And so recently I decided, I have all of those actually. I own the whole series. And I recently decided to watch Star Trek The Next Generation. What I didn't realize is the first season is garbage. I had a hell of a time getting through the first season. It was just terrible. The acting was bad. The characters didn't act like they even wanted to be in the same room together. I'm exaggerating there a little bit. What I mean is that the characters didn't know who they were. They hadn't established, a rapport with each other. Not necessarily the actors, but the characters. The characters had no rapport. They were supposed to have, but they didn't. I mean, Picard was like, I don't know, he was like a grumpy old grandfather that didn't like kids and didn't know what to do with them. Wesley, the kid, was saving the world every episode. I don't know how in the hell that happened. What am I doing? I'm supposed to be selling this stuff. And so nobody, they hadn't established their characters. And the story, it was just god-awful. I didn't like the first season. And I thought I did, because I really liked that show. That was my favorite series of Star Trek, was The Next Generation. Once we got into the second season, they had kind of established, who they were as characters and the rapport they had with each other. And it got a little bit better. But each season got a little bit better, I should say. But boy, that first season was hard for me to get through. I look at my wife and say, God, I didn't realize how bad this was. It was terrible. And I'm easily entertained. I felt kind of bad for the Hulk movie. The Hulk, he only got one movie. And it wasn't even the guy that plays in the rest of the Avengers. So that's got to be a little bit weird. And I feel bad that Black Widow never got a movie. That was crazy. They've been asking for a Black Widow movie for the whole time that they've had the series going, and they didn't do it for whatever reason. And that's wrong. I'd give you some spoilers, but I'm not gonna. Okay, I got to figure out what's going on with this corn, if it needs fertilizer now, because it's in the second stage, and I've been forgetting to do the fertilization. So let me run and get the lime guy. Oh gosh, the lime guy. Oh boy, I got to wait till he's done. Shoot. I've got the liquid fertilizer, people, but I want to get rid of all that solid fertilizer that's laying on the ground. All right, well, let's just continue on, and hopefully that won't grow that fast, and I can get a second fertilizing in. I liked DS9 Star Trek. It was a little bit different because it wasn't, space, the final frontier. It was more, it reminded me more of Babylon 5 is what it reminded me of. And I liked Babylon 5. I have the whole series of Babylon 5 on DVD, including the spin-offs of the Rangers and stuff like that, which I thought was going to be real exciting and turned out to be a dud. I liked the concept and everything, but they just didn't do it justice. But I like DS9. I was talking about Babylon 5 when I talked about the Rangers. But DS9 was okay. And Voyager, I never got into Voyager. I did not like Captain Janeway. I didn't like her at all. And it got really good when the Borg came around. So I kind of like that, as every other guy did, you know. What else did they have in Star Trek? I suppose I would rate them as, for me, probably. I don't say that that the original series was my favorite. It really kind of wasn't. I liked the Next Generation ones, but I'd have to say that they were equally my favorite, I guess, because of the nostalgic feeling for the original series. It was so corny. It really was. It was so corny, but the stories were pretty good. And you got into the characters, you know. Oh, I did it again. I keep putting my potatoes in that damn thing. I'm supposed to be selling them. Darn it. My own fault. Talking too damn much. Give me taters. Taters. All right, is this guy done yet? Good God. And he's not done either. I need to pick up that grass. Hurry up. Why does he have to back up all the time? I'm going to let him go because he's doing a good job, but other than that. All right, we're going to market again. How much have I put in that stupid thing? How much have I put in there? Potatoes. Okay, I put 900. I've got almost $1 million in there. Let's say I'm putting in 150 at a time. So I'm thinking if I take 600,000 out of there, I'll leave 2 truckloads. Well, I don't know. I can always make more potatoes. That's the thing. And I put 2 loads in the potato maker, the pig food, the pig fooderator, the refrigerator, the foodalator. So I got 2 loads in there. If I have 2 loads in there and 2 loads in the silo, then I can sell the rest. And then if I need more potatoes, I can grow them. And they're not going to be in a great big field like number 5. I'll grow them on a smaller scale. Do they have those palm trees in New Zealand? Because this is supposed to be a Kiwi map. Where'd they get those palm trees? Do they have palm trees there? I don't remember seeing palm trees in The Hobbit. I could be mistaken. And my throat's dry. You can probably tell in my voice. I'm going to have to grab a soup du jour here. Okay, I have to ask too. I've had some people want me to get back into streaming. The reason I kind of got out is time. I was running out of time to do the streaming. Well, the other was nobody was watching me. So, I mean, I'd stream for 2-3 hours and have 5 people come in. Let me ask you, put in a comment if you want me to start live streaming again. And if you do, I'll try to put a schedule together. I just didn't think anybody wanted to watch me because nobody was coming in. Well, it was probably my own fault because I wasn't being regular with the schedule. It's probably my own fault. But anyway, let me know in the comments if you want me to start streaming again. If I get enough people say yes, then maybe I will. Maybe, baby. Na 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 na. Maybe, baby. Oh, I know you don't want to hear me sing because I can't sing. I'm terrible. Okay, hang on. Soup de jour. I'm going to open this thing if I can. All right. Ah, that's cold. You're probably wondering why I've been recording just one farm lately. You're going to see several episodes of this Kiwi farm in a row, like maybe 2 weeks worth. And the reason for that is I like the map and I want to do the production. I wanted to find out how the production works and stuff. And it's kind of hard to do when I'm jumping around from map to map and nothing ever gets done. So I decided to stick with one. Happens to be this one for now. But it's also because I sat down and did this. I did about 6 episodes. This is number 4, maybe, or 5. I can't remember. Anyway, I sit down and I've done this over a weekend because I'm going to be traveling. It's June now. Our school, most schools are out already, but in Oregon, our schools go till mid-June. So our kids won't be out of school till about the 12th, between the 12th and the 15th of June. And I've got traveling to do, so I'm going to be gone starting the week of the 9th. And is it the 9th? Yeah, the week of the 9th. I'm going to be gone for maybe not the whole week, but several days. So I wanted to make sure I had plenty of videos already done, because where I'm going, I won't have a computer. I won't have access to any technology. So anyway, I wanted to make sure I had videos to get up. So I decided just to do one farm and just sit down and do a half a dozen episodes or more. Well, I should be more. 6, 2, 1, 2, 3. No, it'd be a half a dozen in a row to have in the can before I take off. So you've got something to watch. I finished the series for, I'm talking recording now. I have recorded, actually about a month or 2 ago, I finished recording the last episode of Red Dead Redemption. So those are all done and scheduled already. So they'll just keep playing automatically. I changed from 2 days a week to 3 days a week to get them done, to get that series done. I'm almost done recording a series, a Witcher series, The Witcher 3, The Wild Hunt, and the DLCs for that. So I've been playing that for months as well and recording. So I'm almost got all of those recorded. I'm about 3/4 through that series. And I was trying to decide whether I was even going to put them up on my page or not. I just decided to record it while I was playing it, so I'll decide whether I want to put it up or not, but it was fun. It's a lot of fun, as Red Dead Redemption was. Red Dead Redemption was very emotional for me because I get into the games and stuff, and it was so easy to get into the characters of Red Dead Redemption. They became people you knew. And I did it again. I put the potatoes in here. It was so easy to get attached to these characters that I swear, there's several times playing that game I was just sitting there in tears, when something happened to them, and it was quite the experience. I loved that game. I'm still playing it, actually. I played it through twice now, and I've got a third one going and a fourth one going. I've got one I've been trying to play a little bit bad, and I don't do that well. I have a hard time playing bad. Very hard. When I tried to do it in Fallout 4, I tried to play a bad guy. I just couldn't do it. Just physically couldn't do it. I'm just not a bad person. I can't act like one. I've kind of always been that way. Even in World of Warcraft, I would always play a character like a paladin, because a paladin, like a holy paladin or a healer, I had a hard time playing. The one I really had a hard time playing was a rogue, because a rogue character, they come out of the shadows, they sneak up behind you and stab you in the back, and that kind of a playthrough is not me. I may be a character that's going to come up and fight, but it's going to be to your face, not sneaking up behind you out of the dark and stabbing you in the back. That just seems cowardly to me. A lot of people like to play rogue, though. And it isn't like I didn't play rogue. What I mean by that is, if you play like a druid and you play in cat form, then you're kind of playing as a rogue in cat form. All right, it looks like oh boy, poppies are ready to come off. Oh, I gotta get that fertilized over there next door. These two fields are ready to work. I got the straw off. I need to get the plow working on these guys, and then I've got to lime them. I got to do something with that fertilizer. I wonder if I could sell the fertilizer. Well, I'm building some money up. I've got 300,000 already. That's going to help. Let's get that straw. Oh, he's done. He's done. Okay. Let's get him started. He's done. What? Oh, wow. I think I was going to be able to start him. Okay, I'm going to dump this lime and pick up that fertilizer and come and do the fertilizer on this field here. I want to get that stuff used up. God, I don't know what I'm going to do with all that liquid fertilizer I've got in those leased spray rigs. That was a bad mistake. I shouldn't have leased those things. They hold so much, and I don't know if I can get the stuff out of them or not. Maybe. I'll have to try. All right, let me dump this little bit of lime right there, and we'll pick up this fertilizer. Open this thing up. Gonna open it up. Okay, I'm gonna stop right here and finish picking this stuff up, and I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. Just finishing up. I got 2 more little pallets here. Let's get that one. And this one. Alright, hopefully I'll use well, it isn't going to take hardly anything, is it? Okay, now I don't think I made a course for this. This is field 34. Did I make a fertilizer course for 34? No, I made a plow. Okay, so I'm just going to hire a worker here. Let me get this guy back. Open it up and see if I can hire a worker. And he doesn't want to do it. Harold Teague doesn't want to do it. Okay. We got Chris Bourne. He's willing to do it. It wasn't their fault. I was starting too far back in the field. Okay, let's get this straw guy out of the way. Stop the driver. Get rid of the course. Okay. I'm going to sell this straw real quick. We've got plenty of straw now. How much do I actually have in straw? Looks like we've got 500,000. That's a lot of straw. Any more straw I'll just sell. And I'm going to sell that grass over there. Alright, truck, get out of the way. Can I push that truck out of the way? That was kind of rude, wasn't it? It's still selling. Cool. I didn't know it would do that. Oh, I got 17,000 for a little bit of straw. Nothing wrong with that. I ain't gonna shake my head at that. Okay, now let me stop this fella. We're going to jump over to the harvester. Start him up. Let's fold up that. We're done with it. Oh, wait. Don't do that. I forgot. We've got to finish up here, don't we? I don't know how much is there, but it's got to be a little bit. So let's pick it up. So we're getting a little bit here, but it's not really a lot. Let me just go this way. We'll make 2 passes instead of flipping around. This is probably faster doing it this way. And flip around and do it again. Oh, we got some at the other end, don't we? Alrighty. This will clean this up. I got a little bit, 31%. It was worth it. Uh-oh, Chris is done already. I wonder how much fertilizer he used. I just wonder. Oh, don't do that. It looks like there's just that one patch for some reason. Weird. It just does it on one end for some reason. That's crazy. I don't know why. And with that, I am going to end this episode here. And we'll continue on when I get back and get some farming done. Again, if you're interested in watching me do some live streams, let me know in the comments. If I don't hear from anybody, I'll know you don't want to see it, and I won't do it. So there you go. I hope you had fun. If you did, give it a like, share it with a friend. Subscribe if you haven't. I'll see you back again on the farm in the next episode. In the meantime, happy farming.